Good evening. Any time from now, perhaps just the next couple of hours, the fate of Andhra Pradesh as we know it could well be sealed. The announcement on Telangana, which will be India's 29th state, could happen in the next little while after a series of key meetings. Top leaders from Andhra Pradesh, including Chief Minister Kiran Kumar Reddy, who is opposed to the creation of Telangana, have been in the national capital. The UPA's Coordination Committee meeting has just ended, and therefore there is an expectation of some sort of an announcement of where this is all going. The Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister will meet the Prime Minister and Sonia Gandhi after the UPA meeting. The core group and the working committee of the Congress will be held after the UPA meeting. Digvijay Singh has met the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Kiran Kumar Reddy. Digvijay Singh very much an important and nodal figure in all of this as the Congress tries to plan or figure out its Telangana policy once and for all. There was also a key Congress meeting at Sonia Gandhi's residence attended by Digvijay Singh. The Home Minister Mr. Chidambaram, the Finance Minister Mr. Chidambaram, the Home Minister Mr. Shinde, Ahmed Patel, Ghulam Nabi Azad were among the leaders who met the Congress President earlier on in the day.
Everything will be settled today. We are 100% positive. Telangana is going to be a reality with Hyderabad as the state capital.
We were only expressed our concern that it might be a decision which might have the wrong kind of perception in some parts of the states, which will not only harm the political prospects, but could also raise emotive issues in the people of Andhra Pradesh.
I mean, you are not going to do something which should be done just because other people may ask something which may be in their view unreasonable is no argument.
So
that's not how a government should work.
Right. So you think that UPA should now bite the Telangana bullet and they should announce it?
All right, some breaking news now coming in. My colleague Sunil Prabhu joins me for the very latest. Sunil, what are you hearing?
Well, Vishnu, I can confirm to you. In fact, I was waiting to inform you that the UPA has unanimously endorsed the decision for a separate state of Telangana. A formal nod from the CWC, of course, is expected, but the UPA coalition partners, while of course voicing their various points of view on this important matter, have made it clear that they will be supporting a separate state. They will of course await that final official what they call a nod from the CWC, but I think the bottom line has been given. A separate state of Telangana has been endorsed. The Prime Minister, the UPA chairperson who was chairing the meeting, listening to the various coalition partners about the demand for many other states, like of course Mr. Ajit Singh, who would have raised the issue of Harit Pradesh. He's been demanding this for a long time, but of course the Telangana issue is separate, and we can report to you now that a separate state of Telangana has been endorsed. The CWC also is expected shortly. As we speak, the Prime Minister, the Congress President, the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister, the General Secretary in charge of Andhra Pradesh, Mr. Digvijay Singh, Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad, really discussing and trying to explain to the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister, who's like a last batsman, trying to bat till the last ball of that entire over in cricketing terms. But I think the inevitable has been done with the formal endorsement of the UPA. It's now become clear that the UPA will have to, will now, the ball will be set roll once the CWC gives its decision for the formal cabinet notification for a presidential reference.
All right, Suri, let me ask you this. What about opposition within the Congress party? We know Kiran Kumar Reddy has till the end, he maintains his ground, he's completely opposed to this. But is there a sense that all of the other quote-unquote dissident Congress leaders have fallen into line? They will do whatever the Congress leadership says.
That's right, Vishnu. Ever since we have been saying this on Friday that the Congress president made up her mind, we saw those first signs crumbling when many of these leaders were asked. I remember asking the cabinet minister, Mr. K.S. Rao, whether he would press for his resignation. They have all understood, given the assurance to the Congress High Command that they will abide by the Congress decision, however painful it is, and they have to speak to their constituencies. But the bottom line is that they will abide by Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi's decision. This is a decision of the UPA, the Congress Working Committee, also will take this into account, but they understand it's inevitable for a separate state.
Sunil, be with us as I go across to Uma Sudhir, who joins us. Uma, the breaking news that we are now bringing our viewers is that the UPA has unanimously endorsed the creation of Telangana. There's still a long process ahead, but the UPA is absolutely clear about this. Was there a sense in Andhra Pradesh today and where you're reporting from in Hyderabad that this was inevitable? The announcements were bound to come today.
Vishnu, there was obviously a lot of expectation, anticipation, but also apprehension because these flip-flops have happened too many times. They build up to the climax and then an anti-climax happening, and that's the reason why fingers were crossed and there were no open celebrations anywhere at all. Of course, the police also wanted people to be a little more cautious because they don't want to be provoking any kind of forces that may be, in fact, harming the peace and harmony in the city itself. But interestingly, Vishnu, we must look at these announcements in the light of also the panchayat elections that have just taken place.
Yes.
Today was the last phase of panchayat elections, the third phase of panchayat elections in Andhra Pradesh. Only after that did the Congress time its CWC meeting as well as the UPA coordination meeting. And interesting, the results that have been thrown up in this particular election, what we can see the pattern is that the Congress really has done very well in the Telangana region. Even the TDP has done well. The TRS has really not done very well, which means the Congress has really been able to play up, it has gained from the announcements that it has made, the indications that it has given about a separate Telangana, and that has translated into votes for the party on the ground. That's why we are seeing, even though earlier predictions and indications were that Congress was really on the back foot, there was a lot of anger against the party, but the comeback that it seems to have made in these panchayat elections would really indicate that they have been able to capitalize on the goodwill that they have generated through the announcement of a separate state of Telangana. So the panchayat election results certainly throwing up very important indications for all the important political parties. The TDP, which many people had dismissed as a player which may not be doing too well, has in fact again done very well, both in the TRS, in the Telangana region as well as in the rest of Andhra Pradesh as well. So
very important developments.
Of course, now in
but
Usman
Umar,
University,
just be with us. I want to get in Sunil on this as well. Sunil, this was always part of the Congress strategy, wasn't it? That in terms of a build-up to an announcement of an eventual creation of the state of Telangana, it was looking, in a sense, to cash in on the TRS votes, which these panchayat election results seem to indicate they've been able to do. They seem to have, in a sense, weakened the TRS in the Telangana region by getting a lot of the votes in these panchayat elections. How has this been part of the Congress strategy?
That's in fact one of the main reasons, Vishnu, that the Congress party decided to go ahead. One was wondering why they were going ahead so quickly. And then, of course, Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad, now, of course, I can share, has explained to me in detail the reason why they decided to go for it. They decided to go ahead with the decision because they saw, for example, in the Chief Minister's own constituency of Chittoor, they came number 3. And it's in the panchayat elections. Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad telling us that we'll wait for the panchayat elections to completely finish and then only take a decision. That, of course, happens tomorrow only. But the fact of the matter is that they saw the writing on the wall in the Telangana region, and they clearly didn't want to be on the receiving on both sides, both in the Andhra region as well as in the Telangana region, because come 2014, if another government is formed, and they decide to give a separate state of Telangana, the Congress would be the biggest loser, both in the Andhra region as well as in the Telangana region. And so that's the reason why they decided to go ahead with this decision so quickly, because what is expecting them to take some time, though of course the Congress president had made up her mind.